What's up, everyone? This is All Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time, we continued to develop our bonds and confidants as we have less than 2 weeks before our deadline. However, we've been doing very well in trying to wrap up everything, and we only have one more rank up to get through. You know, that isn't based on any sort of mandatory story beat. In this episode, we are going to start off by finishing the last actual confidant rank up, because Yusuke is available today.
Indeed.
So we are going to meet up with Yusuke. And today we are going to be doing the final rank up. So let's go. Oh, well, that was fast.
Let us be off.
All right, let's go. Can't believe he actually won.
I still have much to learn, but I finally painted something that I can be satisfied with. Yes, this is the true heart of humanity. The title is Desire and Hope. What do you think?
Well, it's a small addition in terms of the title, but I think it turned out well.
Well, I added aspects that were previously lacking. This light is all of you. The title lists hope, but in my mind, it's a much more concrete thing. I can't believe I didn't realize that until now. You.
It's Kawanabe.
It's a good painting.
Huh?
It's not trying to be eccentric for the sake of being eccentric, like the last time. To think the same painting can change this much. So this is the answer you've come up with.
It is.
Desire and hope. I see. Beauty and ugliness. Humans are creatures that possess both. It seems you understand that.
What are you playing at?
Are you saying you provoked Yusuke on purpose?
I apologize, although my intent was to encourage you. It was rather crude. Still, I believe that this ploy needed to be done in order to ignite your competitive spirit.
But why would you do that? What's your objective?
I wanted to do something for you as another person who is free from Madarame's chains. That's all.
Huh?
Another?
Madarame held a grudge against me for supposedly stealing his customers from him. To start, I couldn't get anyone to rent me space for exhibits. He caused me no end of hardship.
So that's why.
Yes, the heart of man is painted with desire, even if it's coated entirely in black at times. However, it seems you have the strength to not look away from it, and chose to stand up against it. If only he had your strength.
He? You mean Madarame?
Madarame and I go back a long way. First as classmates, then as teachers at the same art school. He used to have a noble spirit. Said he wanted to aim for the top of the art world one day. But in the end, even the art world has its share of politics. Those who are cunning win. Our hearts were stained black in that manner. But the human heart is a strange thing. It can't completely separate black from white. I was shocked when I heard that he took you in. He never liked children, you see.
Oh?
This happened just before we cut all ties from each other. But I got a call from him. He was panicking that nearby clinics were closed and that his kid had a fever.
Sensei.
So, he was rather wicked, but it seems there was another aspect to him.
Yeah.
I don't want any more losers like me, or misguided winners like him being born from this world. That's why I started this foundation. So how about it? Would you like our support? Without the overbearing marketing production, of course.
It's a truly kind offer. Thank you for your generosity. However, I must respectfully decline.
Huh. What makes you say that?
I am not Madarame. I won't be stained by desire. After all, I can see hope. If I am lost, they will extend their hands. If I am wrong, they will chastise me. As long as I have my rays of hope to guide me, I will be fine.
Ha! Madarame really did have a good eye.
What a strange man.
Like you're one to talk. But, are you really sure about this, Yusuke?
It is a tad wasteful of me to decline. Still, I believe it's for the best. I feel contradictory, but that's the human heart, correct? Interesting. That's exactly what I should be painting. It must have been troublesome dealing with me. But for some reason, I knew that you wouldn't abandon me until everything was said and done. Thank you, my friend.
Well, you're not wrong. You're my friend, Yusuke. And we stick by each other till the bitter end.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Emperor, granting thee infinite power.
And with this, we have now maxed out the Yusuke Kitagawa Confidant. That of the Emperor Arcana. So, even though it may be a little bit wasteful to decline a bit of assistance, I have faith in Yusuke in terms of his decisions. I think he'll just end up just fine. Anyway, of course, just like all of our other party members, for reaching rank 10, Yusuke gets a second awakening.
Alright.
No other special abilities like, say, with Futaba, but a second awakening has its own benefits. And for finishing Yusuke's Confidant, we can now fuse Odin, the most powerful persona of the Emperor Arcana.
persona within me has awakened to a new power. Alright.
Yusuke's persona, Goemon, has transformed into Kamo Susano!
Now that I'm out of my slump, I need to make up for the time I wasn't able to paint. I reiterate my promise to you. I'll extend my assistance to you, should you ever stumble.
Thanks, Yusuke.
Now then, shall we go? In order for me to learn more about the heart, we need to work hard on our thief business.
And just like all the others, for getting the transformed persona, Yusuke gets Evade Fire. Let's see. Question is, what do I want to get rid of for that? Maybe Tempest Slash. Even though Myriad Slashes is actually pretty good, even though I can't actually take a look at it. Let's see. I mean, I do have Deadly Fury, and Deadly Fury is a really good skill. And honestly, like, I like all of my other skills to not get rid of them. So, sure, we'll get rid of Tempest Slash.
Ah, you're back.
Okay, and with that, as I mentioned at the very beginning, that is the last of our confidants. We head on over to the confidant. The only ones that are left are story-driven ones. So we still have Igor, we still have Morgana, and we still have Akechi. But everyone else has been maxed. So there are no more confidants to do. So what are we going to do with the 2 weeks that we have left? Well, there's still other miscellaneous things that we can try to do. For one, there's just generally spending time with our girlfriend, but there's still a few other activities that we can still accomplish, including one that would definitely result into some sort of achievement, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be spending our time reading. There's not really a whole lot left for us to do, even in terms of reading. 3 books, actually. So, yeah, not really a whole lot. Thankfully, we did read all the books at school, which... that is another thing to make a note of, now that I think about it. If you are going for the achievement to read all the books, make sure you read all the ones from school before you infiltrate Say's palace. Because you can't go to school to rent out books if you're supposed to be dead. However, we are going to go with batting science today.
Make sure you close up.
Maybe.
Oh.
All right.
So now we can use third eye at the batting cages. Yay! So, in fact, I'm not entirely sure what third eye really does for the batting cages, because I don't think I've ever gone there after reading this book. But presumably it would give you a better idea as to where to position your bat, so that way you can more easily, you know, hit the ball and maybe get some home runs. I assume that's a lot more helpful when you go to the higher difficulties at the batting cages. Since I don't go there because it's not really the best place to go. And the achievements you can get on the lowest difficulty of the batting cages anyway. But if you do spend your time there, it can be kind of useful to, you know, go there and maybe get a few additional items.
Well, shall we begin?
Hey,
Okay, so what exactly are we off to today now that we really don't have anything to do? Well, there's still the matter of gifts, and that reminds me, nope, she's not available today. Well, darn. I'm pretty sure the only person we have to get gifts from at this point is Futaba, so I'm not really too concerned. However, today, we are off to Aoyama Ichome. Specifically, the roof. And this is the time where I just spend all the time, you know, the spare time that I have, hanging out with Haru. Since there really isn't much else to do, and also the vegetables aren't ready yet, we can just take Haru to a bunch of different places around town.
hey,
So today we're gonna go somewhere fun. So there's various different places that we could take our different party members, and not all of them involve, well, getting items in return. Like, for example, we could go to Harajuku, Ogikuro, Akihabara, instead of just Tsukishima, like we did before. So there's any number of different places that we can go, but I think we're gonna try to go clockwise, starting from Shibuya. So we are going to head on over to Harajuku today.
now, shall we go?
Again, we can do this with pretty much anyone, but I'm going to be focusing on Haru because, well, Haru is best girl.
Hey,
Let's go. Well, Don't leave yourself out. You were smiling a lot too. You're welcome, Haru. Yeah, sure, but there's one thing I want to do first. Let's see. I honestly don't remember which one it was. I want to say it's the flower basket, though. Here, I got you something. Hope you like it.
Thank you.
I got the right one! So yes, it's the bouquet of flowers, not the roses, and the glass vase. Those are the only two unique lines of dialogue that you'll get from Haru. The other two are just going to be generic lines of dialogue. So we won't really bother much with those.
Ah, you're
Oh.
back.
Where have you been? Been searching all along, kept facing twilight and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter. At ghost masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask.
We just have to believe that it'll happen before then. All we can do is just go about like we've been doing. I mean, it's worked out so far. Let's just hope it stays that way.
Moments of calm,
Oh,
nothing left to be found.
my package came in.
That's where I
Got some more stuff from Shady Commodities.
Hey,
reflecting that's a
So let's go ahead and clean this up. I really do like that just this random armor is actually just super cheap, and we can sell it for some pretty decent money too. The only problem is that, like, it just takes quite a bit of time to actually get this stuff, so we can't do it consistently. But I mean, it's still really nice to do. And hell, any money I can get is good money. Speaking of which, I am going to head back to my room and buy even more stuff off Shady Commodities. Because it seems like a pretty good idea. So, just buy the classified armor again. Buy the corrupt gear again. And that's gonna do it. Still can't get the other piece of equipment that I'm looking for, but to be honest, I looked up when I would get that, and that shouldn't show up until the 14th. So, yeah, not really a whole lot of time to really get that armor, but I at least know when I'm supposed to get it.
Where have you been? Been searching all along, confessing while alone and without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter. Apples masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter.
I mean, at least people haven't completely forgotten about the Phantom Thieves, but it's a shame that most people have. Anyway, what we're off to tonight is some reading, because we really don't have many other books left.
Make sure your clothes up.
So pretty much it's just finishing off what we haven't already read yet.
What are your thoughts?
There's one thing I learned about anything about studying philosophy is that all philosophers believe that philosophy is the only true way of life. Alright. Definitely when it comes to, like, ancient philosophers. But it feels like philosophy in general, it's like, my way of life is the way for true enlightenment, and the rest of you can go to hell. Paraphrasing, of course, but it's just what it seemed like. Yeah. So do we get anything different from Kawakami?
Hi.
Survey says... Yet both of these are male armor! The captain's vest and luxurious vest. I'm getting all sorts of male armor and, like, 0 female armor. Like, the best I can do is unisex. No, well. Just how things go sometimes. Anyway, the day moves on to Wednesday. Now, let's take a look at this. Well, I already had the captain's vest. Luxurious vest. Lavish protective vest, no expense was spared. It is better than the steel chev vest. I'll give Ryuji the captain vest. Steel chev is at least unisex. I guess Yusuke can get the luxurious vest. All the girls have the Magellan robe. So, I guess I'll give Haru the steel chef vest, sure. Anyway, what exactly are we off to today? Well, I mean, we could hang out with Yusuke if we really wanted to, but instead, first things first, I'm gonna check out the TV. Was he involved in like a scandal some years ago? So yes, even someone like Namatame can get a cameo. Who knew? Anyway, what are we off to today? Well, today we are going to head outside. Because Futaba's here.
Welcome back.
And we are going to spend our time with Futaba today.
Hey, hey.
So yes, there are actually a few gifts that are associated with Futaba, and we don't have any of those. So we're gonna try to finish off the gifts. I want to say that she's the last person that we can get gifts from, that I at least intend to get any gifts from. Looking through my notes real quick, just to kind of prove a point. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Futaba is the only person that we can get gifts from, that we are going to be getting gifts from. Because there are a couple that we aren't going to be able to get.
Yeah.
And I will go over which ones that we can't get and how to get those once we actually get all the gifts that we can get. So, where we are off to today with Futaba is where else but Akihabara. So let's go.
I'll go.
Alright, let's get going.
Oh.
All that anticipation just to be disappointed. Let me guess. You feel betrayed about the false advertising.
Yeah.
Oh? Aw, thanks, Futaba. So, we could potentially give her a sort of gift. You know, we only really need to keep one of these to show off the generic line for Haru. And I don't know if, like, Futaba has anything to say with either of these. But I can give her a mini cactus. Sure, why not?
Hmm?
Well, at least we learned that Futaba doesn't like cactuses. But oh well. Didn't hurt. Not like I really had any other use for that thing anyway.
Ah, you're back.
Alright. Well, You know, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna head on over to Shibuya and head on over to the airsoft shop. I can still sell a few things, but I think now might be a good time to actually buy the stuff that I'm going to want for the upcoming palace infiltration. Let's see, in terms of these,
You look serious today.
go ahead and sell the gambler dress, because I don't
Guess
really
that's
need it. Really don't need either of these, so I can get rid of the Kaiser
You should
vest.
be grateful.
Magellan robe as well. I can definitely get rid of
guess
one
that's
of
fine.
those. Is there any of these that I don't really need or is redundant? I don't think so. Okay, well, anyway, I have zero intention of buying any armor because I think I've already shown
Alright.
off the armor.
Sounds good.
And what we have is already pretty damn good. Like, Morgana may be the only person to really need
That's
it,
a very serious expression.
but otherwise we're
Take your time
fine.
and look around.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's take a look at weapons
Alright,
and
which one?
guns. So for our character, we can get either the Frenzy Dagger or the Base Lard.
You must be scared
I mean,
to
my
do
machete's
something.
pretty good with a super high accuracy, so I'm not sure I'd really sell that. For Ryuji, we've got the Dragon God Pole. Alright. And the Stun Baton, which actually isn't all that bad. May consider getting something. For Morgana, we've got the God Saber and the Panic Sword. I could probably get something for him. Yeah, weapons may be something I look into. For On, we've got Pain and Pain. Cool. And the Chain Whip. For Yusuke, we've got the Masamune, because the Masamune has to be in every JRPG ever. And the Wakizashi. For Makoto, we've got the Omega Knuckle and the Flash Punch. And for Haru, we've got the Gilgamesh Axe and the Ice Axe. Next, we've got
Alright,
guns.
Sounds good.
So for us, we've got the Cositus and the Gravity Gun.
Be sure to choose carefully. Just
Sounds
don't use it
awesome.
for anything dangerous. I don't want to get caught up in a
Ryuji's got the
riot.
Volley Cannon and the Calamity Gun. Morgana's got the Dreamstone and the Pirate Killer. Ryuji better watch out if I get him this. On has the Antares, the Hein Renhappel, and the MP Victoria. Yusuke's got Hizutsu and the Cruel Carbine. Makoto has got Orochi. Why does it say American Frontier if it's named after an 8-headed snake god thing? Whatever, she's also got Artillery. And Haru's got the Flame Ocean and the Eraser. So I'll take a look at this stuff real quick.
Okay.
Any
Which one?
accessories? The bold eye patch, but not really all that great. So yeah, I'll take a quick look as to the weapons. I may just kind of save and then take a look at the customization options for a few guns as well,
Alright.
just to see if there's
Sounds
anything
good.
good with that. And we'll go from there. Alright, so I think I've picked out all that I want
Be
to
sure
do
to
in
choose
terms of
carefully.
my
Just don't
additional
go using
weapons.
it for anything dangerous. You don't wanna get caught
Mostly
up in a
I'm
racket.
doing a lot of gun work, which is pretty unlike me. But I figured I would need a little bit more improvement with my guns. In terms of melee, though, because I really need something for Morgana, I'm gonna give him the Gaunt Saber.
That's what you're choosing? Too bad
Really
that
high
seems
attack
explosive.
power, plus... I can get rid of the Blood Scimitar. Really high attack power, plus increases his magic. And then I'm also going to get something for On. Not quite as flashy, but I am going to give her the Great Whip Sword, which increases her accuracy and gives her a
Don't
little
break
bit
it,
more
okay?
attack power. Now that's really it in terms of the melee weapons.
Alright.
I do have quite a bit in terms of guns that I want to do,
Alright,
though.
which one?
So, the guns that I'm going to buy are the
That's what you're
Cositis.
choosing? You like it?
Go ahead and equip that, and I can sell the Karura. For Ryuji, I'm going to get the Volley
That
Cannon,
You better not use it to pull a prank.
and I can sell the Fireworks. Morgana is going to get the
That's what you're choosing?
Dreamstone,
How's that?
the sling bow that I've had for pretty much the entire game. Gone. On will get
That
Antares.
one. Don't break it, okay?
Sell No Mercy. Yusuke's fine. Makoto's fine. And
You
Haru
must
will
be
get
scheming to do stuff.
Flame
You gonna
Motion.
buy that? You like it?
Okay, and then there are some
Okay.
customizations that I want to
Sounds
do.
good.
Cositis I'm not going to be doing anything with because that's kind of bad. But I will upgrade the Volley
That's a
Cannon.
very serious expression.
Gives
Take your
Ryuji a
time
couple
and
more
look around.
rounds and increased attack power
That's what you're
without
choosing?
compromising accuracy.
Good.
Morgana, I will upgrade the Dreamstone, which just gives it more firepower. On, I could increase Antares, but considering that I can't control, like, who she fires at, I'm not going to. Makoto, I didn't buy anything new, but I am going to upgrade her Evil Roulette.
That's what you're good.
Gives her a little bit more accuracy, ups her attack power, and keeps the ability. And then finally, Flame Motion, which increases accuracy and attack power at the cost of the burn effect. Which, you know, I'm
Sure
perfectly
thing.
okay with that. And that's it. That's quite a bit of money spent.
Alright.
But that is pretty much everything that I think
You should be grateful.
that I want to do in terms of weapons and, well,
Be sure
mostly
to choose
weapons.
carefully. Just don't go using it for anything
I
dangerous.
will sell
Don't wanna
off
get
a
caught up in a
few
racket.
items
Guess
just to
that's fine.
kind of make back at least a little bit of my money. I could sell so many Big Bang Burgers. I may do that at some point because I don't need that many. I can get rid of a couple
You should
Hiranyas.
be grateful.
I can get rid of some of these revival beads too.
I guess that's fine.
I don't really think there's anything else that's either worth getting rid of. I mean, there's any number of these different things, and I might sell those a little bit later, just so I
come
can
again.
get a little bit extra money for personas. But I think we are doing fine. Let's head back to LeBlanc. And of course, like, I'm still going to buy more of the cleaning stuff, well, armor that needs to be cleaned from Tanaka, because I can get a nice chunk of change from that. Not as good as heading on into a palace, but still decent. Alright, and let's take a look at the hero figure. Doku Sentai, Doku Sentai. And now our entire shelf has been filled out. That is pretty much everything that I could potentially hang up in all the different spots. With the exclusion of the thing that kind of goes here and one of the items that we can't actually get. Again, I'll go into more detail once we actually get all the items that we can get, which will probably be next time. But for our final thing this evening, we are going to be reading another book. And it's actually the last book. So let's read Ghost Encounters.
Make sure you close up.
I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be?
And suddenly the ghost appeared.
For real?
Alright, and with that, the last book has been read. So if I didn't already have it, I would have gotten an achievement. Hooray! So that is every single book in the game read. So that's one thing that's taken care of. Oh. Right. The longer that this goes on, the more people will just be infatuated with him. I mean, under normal circumstances, we would want to go and steal Shido's heart as fast as possible. But this is a video game, and I know exactly how long it takes before things are past the point of no return. So anyway, because of that, we're still gonna goof around for a little bit, but not for too terribly long. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. We are, well, we're sort of getting down to the home stretch, I suppose. With only a week and a half left, there's not too much time to go and infiltrate Shido's palace. But we are just trying to finish off all the different loose ends that we still need to take care of. So, on that front, we're doing pretty well. But there's still a few other things that I'd like to show off in the meantime. So, we'll kind of show off a few other things and just kind of go from there. So until next time, everyone, take care.